Paris, a city that deservedly holds the title of the world's most romantic city, carries the beautiful dreams of countless people like a dreamland. Since becoming the capital of the Frankish kingdom in 508 AD, it has evolved into a global hub of art, fashion, and culture, and its charm has never faded. From the banks of the Seine to the Champs-Élysées, from the Eiffel Tower to the Arc de Triomphe, from the Louvre to the Palace of Versailles, every landmark reveals Paris' unique elegance. What breathtaking sights await in this city, and what romantic, little-known stories lie behind them. In today's video, join Wander World as we explore Paris, a city everyone should visit at least once in their lifetime. Romance in iconic landmarks. When Paris is mentioned, the first image that comes to mind is undoubtedly the Eiffel Tower. Designed by engineer Gustave Eiffel in 1889 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of the French Revolution, this 324-meter tall iron structure was initially opposed by writers like Guy de Maupassant and Émile Zola. They deemed it an ugly iron structure that ruined Paris' classical beauty, even signing a petition to have it demolished. Today, however, it is the very soul of Paris. No visitor leaves without capturing a photo beneath its towering frame. High-rises are prohibited in central Paris, making the Eiffel Tower the best vantage point to overlook the entire city, offering a panoramic view of Paris' enchanting skyline. By day, sunlight filters through its interlaced steel beams, casting dappled shadows. At dusk, over 6,000 lights illuminate, painting the air with a shower of starlight. By night, the searchlight at the tower's top sweeps across the sky, lighting up the Seine River below. The Seine, France's second-longest river, stretches 780 kilometers. Much of Paris' beauty owes to this river, which meanders gently through the city, dividing it into the left and right banks. Rarely seen in major global cities, both banks have developed at an equal pace. Along its banks, you'll find many of Paris' world-famous landmarks. Taking a Seine cruise to admire the scenery on both sides is undoubtedly one of the most romantic experiences in Paris. In 2024, Paris hosts the 33rd Olympic Games, and for the first time, the opening ceremony breaks the boundaries of traditional stadiums. A 6-kilometer stretch of the Seine and its surrounding areas serve as the venue. All athletes will enter by boat, making it the most romantic entrance in Olympic history. 37 bridges span the Seine within Paris city limits, each with its own unique features and historical stories. Walking across any of them, you'll marvel at their exquisite architecture. Even the lampposts are works of art. If the Eiffel Tower is Paris' modern heartbeat, the Louvre is its historical lifeblood. Originally built as a royal palace between the late 12th and early 13th centuries, it was home to 50 French kings and queens. Today, it stands as a comprehensive museum, ranking first among the world's top 4 museums, a renowned art palace and one of the greatest treasure troves of art, housing over 400,000 artistic relics. Unsurprisingly, 99% of visitors come hoping to see one of its 3 most famous treasures, the Mona Lisa. Opposite the Mona Lisa hangs the Louvre's largest painting, The Wedding at Cana, 175 times larger than Da Vinci's masterpiece. From the armless Venus de Milo to the winged victory of Samothrace, every artwork here tells the story of humanity's brilliant civilization. Then there's Notre-Dame Cathedral. Even after the 2019 fire, it remains Paris' beacon of faith. Located on the Isle de la Cité in the Seine, this medieval Catholic cathedral is a UNESCO World Heritage Site with nearly 900 years of history. Construction began in 1163 and was completed in 1345, taking 182 years. As the world's first fully Gothic cathedral, it holds unparalleled status and historical value, standing as one of humanity's most magnificent architectural achievements. Today, its Gothic spire is temporarily gone, but the remnants of its rose windows are being restored, and the carvings on its stone walls remain clear. The figures from biblical stories, having endured 900 years of wind and rain, still watch over the city. On the outskirts of Paris lies the Palace of Versailles, a luxurious royal residence built by France's King Louis XIV in the 17th century. Its exterior is grand and imposing, while its interior is opulently decorated. Over 500 halls and chambers adorned with exquisite carvings, huge oil paintings, and heavy tapestries. The French nobles who lived here led lavish and extravagant lifestyles. Its stunning architecture and decorations have secured its place as one of the world's 5 most famous palaces, a shining jewel in humanity's art treasury. Romance in neighborhoods. Paris romance isn't just in its grand landmarks, it's also hidden in its winding alleyways. Montmartre is just such a place. As Paris' highest hill and its most bohemian art district, it begins at Place du Tertre at the foot of the hill. Cobblestone streets wind upward, flanked by colorful houses covered in ivy, with red geraniums on their windowsills. Street performers strum guitars, artists set up easels to paint portraits of passers-by, and elderly flower vendors push carts filled with roses. Every step feels like walking into an impressionist painting. At the hilltop stands the Sacré-Cœur Basilica, the soul of Montmartre. Its white Byzantine-style dome glows like a soft cloud against the blue sky. If Montmartre represents artistic romance, the Marais district embodies understated tenderness. Once a Jewish quarter, this neighborhood now hides countless gems. In its narrow lanes, niche art galleries sit beside vintage shops, organic bakeries waft the aroma of freshly baked baguettes. At outdoor cafe tables, people read books or type on laptops. In the evening, at Place de Vosges, elderly locals feed pigeons on benches, while young people take photos by the fountain. The setting sun bathes everything in a warm yellow light, like an ethereal dream. The most famous Champs-Élysées embodies Paris' grand romance. Its western end starts at the Arc de Triomphe, Paris' iconic monument. Stretching 1.9 kilometers eastward, the avenue is lined with intertwined plane tree branches. The eastern section is dominated by natural scenery, with flat English-style lawns exuding tranquility. The western section is a high-end commercial area, home to world-renowned fashion boutiques and perfume shops. The eastern end of the Champs-Élysées connects to Place de la Concorde, France's most famous square. Octagonal in shape, it was commissioned by King Louis XV in the 18th century. Once the site of the guillotine during the French Revolution, it now serves as a popular spot for Parisians to relax and celebrate. Paris romance, tenderness for everyone. As night falls, cruise ships on the Seine light up and glide slowly past the Eiffel Tower. On board, passengers hold up cameras to capture the night views along the banks, the glowing Louvre, the silhouette of Notre-Dame, and the stream of cars on the Champs-Élysées, all reflected as shimmering patterns in the water. Some dance on the deck, others chat softly, and a few lean against the railings, watching the moon rise slowly. People often say, romance is Paris' defining label, but this city is far more than just that single word. It is a vessel of time, holding the weight of history, the brilliance of art, and the poetry of daily life. Every step leads to a story, and every glance sparks a moment of wonder. Paris romance is not exclusive to couples, it belongs to everyone who loves life. It hides in the details of history, in the air of art, and in the warmth of daily life, waiting for every traveler to discover it.